Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into Indian Markets Unveiled, a podcast where we decode all the happenings in the markets which you need to understand. Here we discuss the long and short of key things that one needs to take a look at into the trading session. To start with the global markets as usual, the US markets shrugged off the concerns of Israel-Hamas conflict with the expectations of contained impact of the war. The frontline indices S&P 500 ended with 0.5% gain. Nasdaq, the technology-heavy index, ended with gains of around 73 points, that is a gain of another 0.5%, and Dow Jones, the value index, also concluded with the same kind of move. The bond market was closed on account of holiday during the previous session, but the implied open in US 10-year bond yields is indicating some cool-off signs in bond yield at 4.63% from the highs of 4.8% on Friday. On the Asian market front, Japan opened sharply higher this morning as Nikkei is trading with a gain of around 2%. Hong Kong is also trading in positive with a gain of around 228 points, and Kospi is also inching up with an uptick of around 1%. Also, there are certain news hitting at the surface regarding the possibility of de-escalation, which might have some implication in the market. In addition to this, US will also kick off earnings season this week with PepsiCo, Walgreens, Boot Alliance, JP Morgan and BlackRock. So we can say that the global market did see the heat of Israel-Hamas conflict for a day, but they digested the scenario and the global markets did see a positive closing overnight, where US markets were closing up with greens overnight and Asian markets started with positivity during the session early in the morning. On the commodities front, Brent crude oil prices remain elevated at $87 a barrel as market is processing the potential impact of the war. However, the gold prices moved sharply higher yesterday and it is trading at 1-month high over $1,860 per ounce. The dollar index also cooled off from the highs during the previous trading session and supported the equities as well as it is trading at 106 levels. The commodities prices would be under focus ahead of the key economic data awaited from US this Thursday on inflation front. Coming to the domestic scenario and domestic market, Indian market benchmark lost nearly 50% of the gains it made from the lows of last Wednesday during the previous trading session, that is on 9th of October, where Nifty 50 ended the session with a cut of nearly 140 points. However, Bank Nifty took bigger hit with a cut of around 500 points, 470 to be precise. However, the broader market indices bore the real brunt as mid-cap and small-cap indices fell nearly twice the frontline indices. Nifty small cap fell around 2%, Nifty mid cap fell around 100 points, and on the sectoral front, Nifty PSU Bank fell the most with a cut of around 3%, while Nifty Healthcare ended with mild gains as the risk-off sentiment took the center stage. Nifty IT index also remained flat as we are getting into the thick of earnings season from IT packs starting with TCS on 11th of October. In terms of top gainers during the previous session, Dr. Reddy's, HCL Technologies and Tata Consumers led the pack while market closing, while Adani Ports, HDFC Life and Hero MotoCorp were top losers. The volatility index also went up over 10% during the previous session. In terms of flows, FIs sold nearly 1,000 crores while DIs bought around 2,661 crore during yesterday's session. So the trend still continues where DIs are constantly buying and showing support to the Indian markets while FIs are selling. Coming on to today's market opening, however, there were positive signs coming in from the global markets and eventual impact was seen in the domestic market as well. The recovery, as we can say, yesterday the markets did see the heat of the Israel-Hamas conflict. The domestic market also did see the same heat, but Indian markets now recovered from the same. Nifty 50 opened 80 points higher during today's session, aided by positive support coming from banking stocks, with Bank Nifty trading more than 200 points. In terms of key sectoral move, Nifty Auto, Nifty PSU and Nifty Realty, PSU Bank as well are trading over 1%, while Nifty IT and Healthcare are trading with mild cuts. So defensives are still seeing the heat, however, Realty, PSU Bank, Auto are the ones which are supporting the market's high time. In terms of key levels, 19,600 would be the key level to look for on the higher side and 19,500 would be an important zone on the lower side as investors added 40,000 plus call options at 19,500 strike. So clearly, 19,500 is an important level to watch out for. In terms of stock-specific moves, Adani Ports, Tata Motors and Hero MotoCorp are leading the pack, whereas Dr. Reddy's, TCS and Cipla are lagging behind in terms of positivity. Coming to the stock-specific news, today in news we have the pharmaceutical and healthcare space. We also have defense and shipbuilding stocks. Along with it, some sort of real estate sector is also doing the rounds with news and stock-specific impact. Starting with the pharma, healthcare and diagnostic, Mayo Clinic and LifePoint Corporate Services filed an antitrust complaint in the California court, accusing Dr. Reddy's laboratories of restraining competition and fostering a shared monopoly concerning the sale of Revlimid. So Dr. Reddy's lab is a stock which is in focus on the back of this news. The next stock in focus is Mazagon Shipbuilders, as the company has entered into a preliminary agreement with a European client to build 6 confirmed and 4 optional 7,500 DWT multipurpose hybrid power vessels. Pricing for these vessels will be determined upon contract signing. Phoenix Mills is another one which is in focus, as the company reported a 20% year-on-year increase in total consumption during Q2 of FY24, amounting to Rs 2,637 crore. Additionally, retail collections saw a 23% year-on-year rise, reaching 638 crore in the second quarter. One needs to keep an eye on Dilip Buildcon, as well as the company secured a letter of award for a significant order value at 396 crore from Water Resource Zone Udaipur. This EPC turnkey project entails the planning, design and construction of Devas 3 and 4 dams in Tehsil Gugunda, Udaipur, with an anticipated completion time frame of 44 months. So clearly, healthcare diagnostic space and pharmaceutical index is in focus. Dr. Reddy's lab, defense and shipbuilding stocks again in focus. Mazagon Dock and Shipbuilders, Phoenix Mills and Dilip Buildcon are the other stocks which one needs to keep an eye on. With this, we come to the wrap of Indian markets Unveiled for today's session. To sum it up, the setup for today's session looks positive for Indian markets, as market is attempting a recovery after yesterday's sell-off. But it would be interesting to see if bulls can hold their ground ahead of earnings season, and key macroeconomic data points awaited on Thursday, both on domestic and global front. The narrative is likely to shift towards the earnings and stock-specific moves as we move into the trading session. So the real opportunities would be on stock-specific moves, but investors should be mindful of the persisting macroeconomic headwinds and geopolitical concerns, which can continue to cause jitters to the markets. Nevertheless, irrespective of market conditions, research is the backbone of successful portfolio creation. Wealth creation is an art that we understand. We at Devin Choksi have our exclusive research services which are powerful and successful. To avail our exclusive research services, we invite you to join us. Just click on the link below and you're done. Fill in your basic details and our team will reach out to you. So don't wait further and embark on a wealth building adventure together. Thank you.